All right. Hey, this is Wolfman Jeff and
Wolf Lady Beth.
All right, are you excited for the next year for the Chattanooga Red Wolves?
Yes.
So, what are you most excited for this year?
I'm excited to see all the new players and to see all the fans that I haven't seen for a whole year, so that's exciting.
All right, so are you excited for the new coach?
Oh yeah, he's real nice. We've talked to him a few times and he's all excited about the team. He's all excited about the players. He said they're young, they're exciting, they're energetic, and he's all excited about that.
Okay, that's great. What about, you're hearing might be some changes to the stadium. How excited are you about for that?
Yeah, I can't wait to see what they've done since last season. It's exciting to see.
And there's going to be some changes on the league. Maybe some new teams, one team gone. How does that make you feel?
We'll wait and see.
All right, so are you ready to start off this year's Soccer Chat?
Yes.
Can I get a howl? Ow! All right, one of the first obvious changes we have for the 2023 season, we have a brand new head coach, Ziggy Kortowski. Jeffrey is his first name. Hey, I like that name. It's a good one there. Not sure of his exact age. He's probably around 45 years old. Born in Springfield, Massachusetts. But he has a very varied managerial career. Started actually with a national team, a very small national team of Northern Mariana Islands. But really, I think he really made his name in Guatemala. Also coached a bit in San Diego and some colleges there. His teams, you can expect a disciplined and fit side. His teams are known to be very possession-oriented, and you're going to see you can see a lot of build-up, but dynamic in the final third. So you're going to see this organization in keeping form, but yet also power in the final third. They're extremely organized and disciplined defense, but I think also overall fitness is going to be a thing you're going to see in this team. He's been a pro coach for 15 years. When he was in Guatemala, especially at Antigua, his first time there, he helped guide that team to a promotion during his first year, and that got them back to the top division, which he hadn't been in a while. Then the next couple of years, he even got them to a semifinal appearance in his second year there. So then he came back to the club a second time when they called him to help them out because they were facing relegation, and it was helping them to stave off relegation in 2013. The last time he came in actually was during COVID, and it was just a short stint that he helped them out in Antigua from 2021. In between there, he was in San Diego. He was actually at Albion San Diego, and while he was there, he had led them to an undefeated season in 2016. Now, that's back when they were NPSL, so it was a semi-pro, so it wasn't pro, but they did go to the semifinals against the New York Cosmos. Then he returned back to Albion when they were in Nisa, so he was there last year. You will recognize that striker Mayali Malango, who scored 3 goals with him last year at Albion, so he's coming over from Nisa. He had led them to the second in the West Division for the first part of last year's Nisa season. I think they were broken up in different parts. And then they ended in 4th in the league, and they actually came all the way to the finals and fell in the finals to the Michigan Stars. So kind of a similar story we have with us. We went all the way to the finals, and so that's the caliber. That's also third tier of U.S. soccer, so we see him with a lot of experience. There's also some new changes we're going to be seeing this year to expect. Hearing that there's going to be some new additions. They're talking about new seats. I think the number's been thrown out there around 1,000 more seats. What's going on, and some of us, if you're driving by, you haven't quite seen it recently, is if you remember when we were at David Stanton Field the very first year, if you were with us the first year with the Red Wolves, there was a section they had at the end goal, and especially us, the pack, I think we were also called the Scenic City Alphas. We gathered through there right behind Mangles. That's the same seats. It's temporary seats, but they weren't just cheap seats. They were good quality temporary seats. That's what they're bringing. So they still own those, and they're going to set that up for this year to give us additional seating. It's not going to be the permanent seats, but it does give us a bit more. The other things they're really excited about is they're having a multi-level indoor and outdoor sports bar called The Howl. I don't know how you enter it, but I love the name. And there's a second party pad. You know, there's already a party pad if you go to the right bottom of the stadium near the restrooms that they don't want you to know about. There's a neat party pad. I'm not sure where the second party pad's going to be, but the second one's going to hold, for community groups, can hold up to 225 people. So you can have two different party pads. You can have the bar as well as, and if you've got the fancy seats, you've got the clubhouse there. So a lot of opportunities. Great, had fun this year. We've had a fantastic year last year, so they're just adding to that. Other changes this year, I know the PAC is planning on meeting very soon. We're working on our pregame organization as well as our match atmosphere. We're going to try to get more of the fans. Now, our fans can get really loud at CHI Memorial Stadium and be quite intimidating, but one thing we want to work on is getting our chants together, and so that we're on the same page and we're building that momentum, and we're keeping that pressure on the other sides and helping to develop our tifos together and build up and continue to build our rabid fan base. We're going to only grow. The last things on changes I want to cover have to do with the league itself. USL League One is having some changes. The first one is was announced last year that FC Tucson was going to move back down to USL League Two, where they were before they moved up to USL League One. This has to do with an ownership change. When they were first in USL League One, they were actually owned by Phoenix Rising, which is the championship side, and they were sold. But with this new ownership, they have a deal with the USL League One to secure the rights to come back in League One if they can secure a permanent stadium solution. So it looks like they're going to, pull back down and regroup. So hopefully we'll get a chance to see FC Tucson again. Having said that, we're adding two new clubs this year, and both of them are right up I-75. That's right, Knoxville and Lexington. Now, one Knoxville SC, that's its name, one Knoxville SC will play at Regal Stadium. Now, that is actually the soccer stadium for the Lady Volunteers of the University of Tennessee. The good things for us is it's only 107 miles from CHI Memorial Stadium. So, hey, that's a great road trip for the PAC. Ow! Now, this is also, as you will know, it's closer than what's been our closest stadium to us, which is Greenville. The new Greenville Stadium, they're playing Paladin Stadium, and that's 206 miles from us now. If you take the slow and scenic route along the Ocoee River and through the Blue Ridge Mountains, or 247 miles if you stay on the interstate, but then you have to go through Atlanta. So by and large, Knoxville is going to be a lot easier for us to get to. If you go head up to the Knoxville matches, or when they come here, we will see a face we recognize, Jimmy Villalobos. I hate to see our players leave. He is a friend, so we'll make sure we'll give him a welcome before we start and make it uncomfortable for him when he plays. And he was here with the last 2 years. You also will recognize someone we've seen play against us a lot, Jake Keegan, who was formerly of Greenville and Madison. He is up there in Knoxville. The other new side, Lexington SC. Now, Lexington will play at Georgetown College's multipurpose Toyota Stadium. So this is a college stadium, and it has football, they have soccer, and they actually, I think they used to do preseason for the Cincinnati Bengals. This one is 288 miles away, and that actually makes that we are closer for Knoxville than Lexington will be, but we do know that there is a UT-UK rivalry with Knoxville and Lexington already, and so we expect that's going to carry over in USL League One, but hey, we can hate them too, and they can hate us, and that's all right. They don't have a former Red Wolves, but a player you will recognize who's played also of Greenville Madison is Don Smart. Now, both of these teams are closer to us than Tormenta, though, which used to be our second closest team, and that's about 316 miles away. So that makes 4 teams. If we just had the 2 that were reasonable for us to get to for away matches, especially if it's Saturday and there weren't academy games, now we have 4. So we got more chances for us to go out and visit there. So this moves us back up to 12 teams, which we had in 2021, and onward and upward.